Venice, a city that I had heard a lot about. Positive things, well, but you know there are a couple of places and things in your life that you just have to see with your own eyes at least once, and Venice was always one of these places for me. Hi everyone, my name's Tina, I'm a budget solo female traveler and I decided to travel around the world, either for 1 year or as long as my money lasts. I'm now in Europe, Italy. Edward is ready, as well as my backpack. I'm heading to the central train station now in Milan, and I'm a little bit nervous because I won't have stable Wi-Fi for the next couple of days, and I already experienced that. I know how important Wi-Fi is going to be for me to get work done, but... Press the wrong button. So. Hi. On that one day where I went out to do my sightseeing and filmed video for Milan, it was raining and we had amazing weather after that. And you can see that today it's super hot. Hi, so very quick update. I arrived yesterday here in Venice. I'm here at somebody's place from couch surfing. So I don't really have Wi-Fi here, but I'm trying to take that as a challenge as well to get myself a little bit distanced from social media and from the internet. In case you're also on a budget, I would recommend you not to stay directly in Venice, as Italy and especially Venice are some of the more expensive places in Europe. Okay, so it's the next day and today I'm mainly here in Mestre, which is like close to Venice, and here you can find a little bit more affordable accommodation. In today's video we are going to explore Venice. The few things that I've heard about Venice are that it's a little bit overrated, that it smells a little bit weird because of the canals, and that it's kind of dirty. I went on this trip to see some places around the world with my own eyes. Venice was one of them. There's actually now a tram T1. It brings you directly there, but I think they are using buses right now. So yeah. So this bus was super packed, like, because it's the substitution for the tram. I have the feeling this is going to be one of the most touristy places I've been to so far, so I'm a little bit about that. Here's a little fun fact about Venice. The city rests on 118 islands separated by 150 canals. And there are only 4 bridges that cross the Grand Canal. Hi, so I'm just crossing my first bridge here in Venice. You can actually walk a lot. You just have to use the bridges. As I'm on a budget, I decided to walk most of it because, fun fact, Venice is quite walkable if you find the right bridge. To get around in Venice, you can also get a Vaporetta ticket, one of the boats. One ride costs €9.50, a day ticket costs €21. And there are these like smaller gondolas that bring you to the other side of the river. So let's see if that works. Okay, that was fun. I did not expect to do this today. And I'm wondering a little bit if they are only for locals, but they took me anyway to the other side. But sometimes it's like that there are separate things that are only for locals. Because you have to imagine in Venice you have so many tourists and the locals need to get to work. I'm standing right now in front of St. Mark's Basilica on St. Mark's Square. This basilica houses the relics of St. Mark's, the patron saint of Venice. So I was dreading the crowds. I tried to come here first thing in the morning, did not work. It's already crowded, but it's close to 10 a.m. right now, so... St. Mark's Basilica and St. Mark's Square are the places that you want to visit when you come to Venice. St. Mark's Basilica is known for its stunning architecture and it houses the relics of St. Mark, who is considered the patron saint of Venice. Honest review, maybe 5 out of 10. You pay only €3, so entrance fees here are quite cheap. If you go inside, you pay for every little thing extra. There was like €5 for the altar. You can go upstairs, you can go to the museum, costs all extra. I don't know how much that will be if you want to see really everything. Cannot walk around freely inside, you have to follow the line, making for a bit of a really touristy vibe. If you pay a little extra fee and you go up to the terrace of St. Mark's Basilica, you can get a stunning view of St. Mark's Square. St. Mark's Square is the main public square and is surrounded by historic landmarks such as the St. Mark's Basilica and the Doge's Palace. Located in St. Mark's Square, you can also find the iconic bell tower of the Basilica, which, if you climb up, offers a panoramic view of the city. I don't know how much the entrance fee is, but you should get some really nice panoramic views of the city. Actually, there is in Venice also a free terrace that you can go to. However, because it's free, it's booked out. On St. Mark's Square, you can also find the Doge's Palace, which is the former residence of the Doge, the ruler of Venice, and now the seat of the government. Like, I think the entrance fee for the palace is €30, which is why I'm not going in. It houses a huge amount of paintings of renowned artists. It's really beautiful. I think it's worth it, but maybe also taking a guided tour if you're not on a budget. The Bridge of Sighs was named after the sighs of the prisoners who crossed the canal from the Doge's Palace, from the courtyard to the new prison, if you didn't know. The historic Bridge of Sighs is connecting the Doge's Palace to the new prison and is well known for its Baroque architecture. Crossing it, you get a great view of the Grand Canal and is also a symbol of romance and tragedy in Venetian law. First meal of today, this is basically my breakfast, the tiramisu. Okay, let's take a bite. Here in this shop you can actually see how they make them. Like, it's really good, but I think you can find tons and tons of places here where you can eat like similar tiramisu. This is pistachio with chocolate. We have chocolate filling. This is a good breakfast. Not really breakfast, but... I found my next destination, Libreria Acqua Alto. Oh my god, yeah. Did I say that right? Anyway, it's like a quirky bookstore. I thought it's maybe more of a hidden gem, but actually there are quite a lot of people here. Libreria Acqua Alta is a unique bookstore known for its quirky interior design. It has a diverse collection of new, used and rare books, and those books are placed in bathtubs and gondolas to protect them from flooding. Okay, it turned out maybe my least favorite place of today because it's so crowded in there. They want you to either take your bag in your hand or put it in front of you, and with my heavy backpack that was just not fun. Try to have a lighter bag, then it should be okay. Imagine being in Italy and not eating pizza, right? I'm at Fadini, which is like a kind of somewhat affordable bakery. I found this place online. It was super popular on TikTok. They were recommending the pizza, so I got the pizza. It looks really good. I was told it's spicy, but oh my god, it's so good. This pizza was definitely worth all of the calories. But the display in this window is just really impressive. It gets even more touristy here around the Rialto Bridge. Rialto Bridge, one of the oldest bridges here in Venice, was built in the 16th century. It connects the San Marco and San Polo district over the Grand Canal, and you got really nice views of the canal. So crowded. The Rialto Bridge is an iconic bridge spanning the Grand Canal, connecting San Marco and San Polo district. It is one of the oldest bridges in Venice. Crossing the bridge, you can get some really stunning views of the Grand Canal. It is obviously also a popular spot for photography. This might be my last stop for food today, but I know actually the ice cream looks extremely good. And I'm super lucky. Like 10 minutes ago when I passed by, there was a super long line, and that is gone now. I got yogurt in the flavor that was called Suso, like the shop itself. Tastes a little bit like a coffee, slightly coffee flavored. So I'd say because it's a really touristy place here, what I enjoyed most was the food so far. So once you come back to this side of the city, it's getting a little bit less touristy and it's getting a little bit less expensive. I'm standing now in front of Basilica Santa Maria Gloriosa, oh my gosh. Here you pay an entrance fee of €5. Basilica Santa Maria Gloriosa is located in the San Polo district. Its construction began in the 14th century, and for that it is one of the largest and also oldest churches in Venice. It is a stunning example of Gothic architecture, and it houses some masterpieces of famous Italian painters. Good morning, it's my second full day here in Venice. For today I booked a gondola ride because I couldn't get one last week. I came on purpose a little bit early so that I maybe have still some time to get some breakfast somewhere. I decided to get one of these tiramisu flavor. But we got the best view ever. Let me show you the view. I don't taste the tiramisu that much. It's definitely different than the ones that I had the last time I came here. So regarding the fact that this place is not super centrally located, it was a little bit expensive. I paid about €8. I found a meeting place for the gondola tours, somewhere close to the St. Mark's Square. This is my gondola number 2, and then I got like an audio guide here. If you want to have a little bit of better experience with your gondola ride, you have to pay a little bit of money. They are quite expensive. A private gondola ride costs at least over €100 or US. As I'm still on a budget, I chose to go for a cheaper gondola ride. That there were about 5 people, we didn't have any music, and we didn't have any commentary really during our ride. Well, it was nice. Probably one of the cheapest gondola rides that you can get. I was hoping for a little bit more like commentary, for a little bit more like background information. I came back to the same bakery for lunch because the place I wanted to go to, they opened like in 10 minutes. I went in, I asked, and she was like, we open in 10 minutes and close the door. So I was like, okay, I'm hungry, I just go somewhere else. And the pizza here is just really good. Here, this outer area in Venice that I'm in right now is so much nicer than the touristy areas. And we're finally at our last stop. It's a little bit to walk. I'm a bit exhausted. Basilica di Santa Maria della Salute, which was built for the Virgin Mary in gratitude of the city's deliverance from the plague in the 17th century. It's a pretty impressive building and entrance is free. Basilica di Santa Maria della Salute is located on the Grand Canal. It was built in the 17th century and it's a Baroque-style basilica. It was built as a votive offering to the Virgin Mary in gratitude for the city's deliverance from the plague in the early 17th century. Salute means health or salvation. I would recommend you to walk to this basilica because it's a really quiet area, and for some reason, maybe it's the lavender, it smells really good here. Here is another museum/exhibition behind me. It's quite famous. I've seen these before. I can't pronounce their names, but I love of me. I also got an Aperol Spritz. Very flavorful. Like obviously there's some meat and olive and some sauce and whatnot. And here's fish, sardine, maybe an egg and maybe cheese or something on top. Oh my god, I love this place. So this was so good, the stuff was so nice, the food was amazing. I wish I had found this place a little bit earlier for lunch. I imagine that sitting by the canal and eating something must be really cool too. My personal first impression of Venice was that there are definitely too many tourists, even though I was there in April and not even in the summer. On the other hand, I didn't think that Venice was in any way dirty or that it smells weird. But again, maybe that was because I wasn't there in the summer. And because of that, I think at certain times Venice can be a pretty nice place and especially a unique city that you should visit.